yes, good video.
Yeah.
And he's like
looking. Started recording here.
Oh yes. Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I never do that, and I feel bad just forcing that responsibility.
No, I got the channel.
I appreciate it. That's true. You do have the channel. And in case you were curious, there is a way to listen to the Martini Police off air.
Yes.
In fact, an episode we did very recently was not even broadcasted because I think there was problems with the connection to the transmitter. Yeah. So all our episodes are recorded, mixed, and released.
They're not mixed. They're put
mixed,
straight up there.
And then released in the form of a 2-hour-long YouTube video on Matthew Duvall's
on
channel.
my YouTube channel, youtube.com/The Gumball.
Hell yeah.
I really wish I could change that, but I can't. It's a permanent.
If you make like a plea to YouTube to change that, I will make.
It's suggested. Why?
Oh my God! Did we go on here?
Either that or Google really is listening.
We went on here, I think, and we
might have.
Yeah, and you played the umbrella.
Oh yeah,
video.
that's right.
Yeah.
We did this. Yes. So all of our past episodes are available for stream. Thanks to my incredibly kind heart
and delicate fingers.
Yeah.
What?
And my very delicate mouse clicking hand.
Who was the very intelligently closeted psychopath that created a dessert called Lady Fingers? It was like, this one's a gas, man.
That's a great question. I have never had those just because of the fear of the name.
Everyone's so chill with it. And now it entered the vernacular, and people bake them with, the kindness, regularity.
Fingers.
Yeah. Give me a couple lady fingers. What did you say? Yeah, I said a lady finger. Or two,
My wife's out now.
My wife's out. I need some lady fingers.
I can't chop her hand off and give you her fingers.
Her fingers are already gone. I ate them in my lady fingers.
I ate them first. So.
Speaking of lady fingers, Matthew Duvall has...
tell. I don't know what you're about to say.
Matthew Duvall has all, or at least a couple of his latest releases up on Spotify. And
that's true.
I've been listening to Someone a lot in particular.
Oh, yeah?
I hadn't heard Frack My Heart too many times before, and then I listened to it the other day, and I was like, this song is great. So I've been listening to that all the time.
I'm very proud of that one.
Big fan.
It's very fun.
That's a good one.
That's a true barn burner.
Fracking buzzword list.
Yeah.
What an interesting phrase. What a
Do you want me to tell you about why,
words.
Where those lyrics came from?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Steve Rogenbuck?
No.
He's once was a YouTube creator. He's just like a regular creator now. He's just like a blogger. But he made YouTube videos for a while, and one of his videos, they're just kind of like it's like a poet's take on a vlog, where he just makes free association, non sequitur jokes and random sentences and just splices them together into a 4-minute video. So he'll just film himself walking around a field and just improvising random stuff.
Yeah. Interesting.
So he made this one bit in one of his videos where he was like, I see the people are talking about fracking. They're talking about their faucets lighting on fire. So I say, frack me, dude. I want to light my piss on fire. And that stuck in my head. So I was like, how do I make this into a romantic sentiment? So then I
your
said,
partner of several years.
Yeah, so I said, frack my heart. I want my love to catch on fire.
Right. And then was build my wall. I want my love wall to grow higher. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was like all related to like fracking and the economics and politics of fracking.
And
I have the lyrics written down somewhere.
Will you read them off?
Yeah, I'll just read them. I'll do a dramatic reading.
Please. Can I help you with this?
Yeah.
What do you want me to... here, I won't... No stage direction, actually.
Okay.
I renege my interest for directions, and I'll now produce my own score.
Okay, here we go. Frack my heart. I want my love to catch on fire. Spread my love. I want my love wall to grow higher. Smoke me out so that my love can be your pyre. Light a match and watch my love destruct you, babe. Analyze the economics of my heart. Fund the act of organizing my upstart. Regulate the infrastructure of my brain. Engineer solutions for my loving rain. Sorry for the fracking buzzword vocab list. I will try to make the next songs less obtuse. But let's be real. Wasn't that a hella banger, babe?
Do the ending.
Scene. Oh, do the radio part?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know.
Do it really fast. Ready?
And then trying my heart with the latest the devil. If we move on to the next selection, we have a caller. It was very first my very so shown. Take it away. Indeed. How sweet. Thank you kindly for calling in. We have more music head your way. But first, our nightly forecast. Tonight it's looking warm, temperatures in the mid-70s. Some clouds spreading in the sky, and a little bit of sunset back in the so thank you again for doing this thing. Once that was one of my phone. I can't speak fast at all.
That was pretty fast.
That was
speaking.
totally slurred.
That's true. Most of that was mush gibberish, but is gibberish inherently mushed? So therefore, mush gibberish is a
it's just
redundant, combination of adjectives.
Well, you could have gibberish that's very defined.
Can you? It's like having jumbo.
Nick say pill.
But that's like, I wouldn't call that gibberish. I would call that non-speak.
What's the difference?
I think gibberish is like specifically, like kind of like fleeting, like inaccurate productions of like quick speech, like
so that you couldn't write out.
Yeah, but like I think that is just like, I think it's just like halted, like or halting rather. But that's like halting, like incorrect speech, distinct from gibberish. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take it.
It's like bad stuttering, I guess.
I'll take it.
Yeah. What's on your...
bad stuttering.
Is that the Andy Warhol Minnie Mouse on your shirt?
No, this is the regular Disney Minnie Mouse. I got this at Disney World, so it's...
Really?
Yeah.
That totally looks like the Andy Warhol painting.
Well, do you say because it looks like distressed and...
Well, no, I think he made like a stencil of Minnie Mouse, and perhaps they just...
No, it doesn't. It only has these like weird coloring, is because it's just worn.
Really?
Yeah, when I first got it, it was in full color, like regular style. I don't know.
I love you, but I gotta Google this. I'm sorry. Is that okay?
That's okay.
Okay.
I mean, I got it from Disney World, so I doubt that they licensed his artist rendering of that.
Well, but I guess they could have found some way to cop that one.
Maybe.
I don't know.
They do have a lot of money.
That's true. But you're right. I mean, I definitely see your point. Looks like they have spent more time on Mickey. Yeah. No, fair point. You were right. I was...
That's okay.
Dead
there
wrong.
You go.
Now I feel like I should do something substantial to make up for my perilous mistake.
I don't think it's that
it's
serious.
A grave error, Matthew. This is a terrible...
All right, well...
terrible error I have committed.
Please... Oh, my brain is failing me for words.
Dude, me too. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to rectify your mistake.
Rectify my mistake.
Immediately. Forthwith.
Yeah, but... You see, the thing is... Right, so this past weekend, right? I was so hungry. I was starving, right? And Mom had gone to church. Dad was outside trimming the hedges.
Yes.
So I thought, what a perfect gap of time for me to sneak out of the house and acquire some fast food. Yeah? I'm so hungry. So, sounds good, right? Mm-hmm. Sounds really good. Badass.
Sounds good.
High five. High five that one.
Cheers! I'll drink to that.
Cheers! I'll drink to that. I was desperately craving some nuggies, and perhaps a medium or large waffle fry to accompany my entree.
Okay, so
I was hungry.
So you wanted some chicken nuggets.
Some chicken nuggets. Yeah.
All right.
Not beef nuggets. No, I would like the chicken.
I despise beef nuggets.
I would never take a beef nugget from you. I would never do it. And don't offer it to me because I won't be taking it. So I will be taking the chicken nugget, and that's the one I wanted then, right? So I got in my car because I figure if I'm attempting to procure such
you might want some transportation.
I should facilitate a method of transportation that
get you to point A to point nuggets.
I should facilitate the process of finding such a method of transportation that arrives me at my destination of nuggies.
Yes.
Right? So, I thought, when I got in my car, right, what I really was craving, some Chick-fil-A.
Some Chick-fil-A.
I love that sweet little sauce that they have. It's kind of like, it's good, right?
It is.
You like it?
Never had it.
Oh, really? What do you get from Chick-fil-A when you...
I get a standard 12-piece chicken nuggets with a large waffle fry and a large sweet tea.
What? And then what sauce?
Ketchup. I'm a plebe among plebes.
For some reason, whenever I asked you about your fast food choices, I put them on a pedestal.
Why?
I think it's just the way that you present your order so confidently and and your orders are always great. It's always really good food that you pick, but it's like, well, I think when I hear it, I'm like, damn. I don't think it's the order, it's just the presentation.
Well, I try to
not necessarily.
I change it up every once. I get a sandwich every once in a while.
Well, right, and not to say that it's your order that is striking me as confident, but rather, because
the delivery,
right? Because you're confident presenting it, and because I think the food that you order is most of the time pretty good. I hear something like that, and I'm like, all right, this guy knows what he's up to. And
I have a pretty good idea of what I'm up to.
Right.
Most of the time.
Well, you like to think that, and that, that's I think that's a component of the human condition, that we like to think that we're living organized lives, in nicely grouped timelines, but we're not. And maybe we should try some Chick-fil-A sauce sometime.
Okay.
And give it a try. And so I really, this Sunday morning, I really wanted some Chick-fil-A, right?
Right.
It was Sunday. And I drove in my car to the Chick-fil-A, and it was closed.
I was gonna say I noticed a little disconnect.
Yeah.
Going on in this story. You were driving in Chick-fil-A on a Sunday?
Logical lapse, you might say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was driving Chick-fil-A. I was driving in my car on a Sunday, and I was going to Chick-fil-A to get some nuggies. They were closed.
And then it hit you.
And then it hit me. It was Sunday. Can you believe that?
So you're saying that you wanted Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
And when you went there, it was closed.
Closed.
And it wasn't until then.
The windows were boarded up. There was a mob bearing pitchforks and torches outside. It was midday on a Sunday in hot Dallas.
And it wasn't until you arrived at the locale.
Yeah. The mob
that your brain, that the light bulb went off in your head.
And it hit me.
That it was Sunday.
It hit me like one of those torches hit my glass windshield from my 2007 Mazda Miata.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got to get that fixed. That's a problem. If my mechanic is listening, Danny, I did not drive into a mob at a Chick-fil-A. It was in a car accident.
Yep.
That was not
very benign reasoning.
Instantiated by, not initiated.
There was no hostile mob activity.
It was not, the car accident was not my fault. Yeah, there was no mob present. So, but anyways, I was at this. Yeah, so that's what happened on my Sunday. I was Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
So,
And I will never have the beef nuggets. I will always be eating the chicken.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A's beef nuggets are just the worst. I thought I'd take a chance one time and get their beef nuggets.
What that means? It's no beef nuggets. It's chicken. Go to
Chick-fil-A. Yeah, why would you...
Chicken.
Come on.
Eat the chicken.
Well, that reminds me of a similar story that I have to tell that I will say with my words.
Are you going to say it?
I think so. So I was feeling...
Oh, boy.
It was just a day, and I was existing in it.
Oh, yeah?
But I wasn't existing in a form that was nourished. I was existing in a famished state.
Malnourished Matthew.
Yes, I was... When I appeared on the television screen, I was introduced as malnourished Matthew, portrayed by... Yeah, Gaunt.
Gaunt Matthew.
Gaunt. Yeah, it's like Nasty Nork.
Yeah, but like they didn't know that your name doesn't start with a G.
Yeah.
So they just added one there.
Gaunt Gathu.
So Gathy with a G?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, please
continue. No, it's okay. So I was gaunt. I was just absolutely empty.
Emaciated?
Yeah. I was just
entirely deprived of any reasonable dietary supplement.
You could see the bones poking out of my elbow.
Ooh. I love it when you can
win that
with the chicken.
I love win that.
It's great.
Yeah, that moment win. So I was the particular nourishment I was craving.
Might it have been nuggies?
Bingo, sir.
Oh.
You better believe your bare chaps. I was craving
I got shorts on, man.
I'm just thinking about chaps right now. So,
the clothing company?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chaps Inc.
Chaps Inc. Yeah.
So...
Nuggies.
So, long story short, I wanted nuggets. I wanted to go to Chick-fil-A.
And you would not be having the beef nuggets.
No, God. I would rather die.
Come on.
Lay me out on the pavement.
It's the chicken. It's the chicken nuggets. That's who you're eating these nuggets. Not
you eat chicken at Chick-fil-A.
Right.
Not beef.
Not the beef. Don't do that.
Don't
Stop
beef.
It. Dogs should be raw and living. Beef should be raw
and
living. I'm so sorry.
But chicken should not. Chicken should be in the form of nut. Absolutely screw those. So,
cows.
With that in mind,
chicken.
In my malnourished state, I went to Chick-fil-A. The sun beating down.
Oh, yeah.
On my glistening 5-head.
Huge pools of sweat.
Yeah. My temples were actually protruding.
Yeah.
Right, like this. I'm grabbing the sides of my
head and
pulling them so as to...
Oh, they're going.
Yeah.
Are they not protruding right now? You fooled me.
Yeah, I have...
Thespian.
Yeah, I have...
acting experience?
That's not what I was going to say. I have uncharacteristically small temples.
Oh,
so much so that they do not protrude as they should.
Right.
But in this state that I was, gaunt as I was,
your temples were erect.
My temples, you could see them from a mile away. It was disturbing.
Truly?
Truly disturbing. I've never been this skinny in my life.
Oh my gosh.
It was like a twig had given birth to a son.
And you will never be eating those beef nuggets.
I will never be abhorring myself with beef nuggets.
What a terrible, terrible punishment.
Absolutely.
Such an egregious repercussion for such a benign
One time
crime.
I went to confession for eating beef
nuggies.
And they said 10 million Hail Marys, 700 billion Our Fathers.
They'll get you.
And then you know what?
How many?
They asked me to eat more beef nuggies as punishment for eating the beef nuggies.
Oh my God. It's funny you say that. I was punished in the same exact way. And I go to church with the Pope.
With the Pope?
Yeah.
Like a carpool?
Yeah. He's on this environmental kick. He read Silent Spring and it was just... He's like, we always need to be caring about the environment. I'm like, Francis.
All right, Pope Larry David.
I'm hungry. Yeah. I will be drinking water from a plastic cup because there are no other forms of receptacle available for my water.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, that's the punishment for those beef nuggies.
So, with that also in mind, I had a lot of things in my mind.
You got a lot of things in mind. And you're being interviewed on television, too. Wow.
You can imagine why my temples were so large. They were just so full of information.
The knowledge was so powerfully invested in his brain that
Eat your heart out, Ty Lopez.
It was trying to leave. He was
in knots in his Lamborghini.
He was in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, in his garage.
The pressure was so strong in your brain from the crowded population of bits of knowledge that some were actually attempting to move from high density to low density.
Oh yeah, it was an act of
from low density to high density. No, high density to low density.
What's that called when matter equally spreads out?
It's
entropy.
Yeah, that's it.
So my brain was exercising informational entropy.
Yeah.
And they were trying to escape out of the temples. Into the world. But in order to saturate my brain and soak the thoughts in, I saw fit to get some assistance from some nuggies. How long have I been telling this story? I haven't even gotten to Chick-fil-A yet.
All we've talked about is the fact that
I'm hungry.
You've been perpetually craving nuggies, and your temples are literally about to pop off your fucking forehead. Your freaking forehead.
Oh, it's a freaking darn catastrophe.
It's just, I'm surprised that these nuggies have not, taken over the world by this point. If this is what they do to a man of your stature...
No, they haven't. That's the thing. No, lack of them is
Well, I know, but it's just the idea of craving them.
Yeah.
That their taste is so, so psychologically intertwined to you. Yeah. It's that's a terrifying realization.
It was
what was that like?
Very hard existential moment for me when I came to terms with the
Nuggie Dilemma.
Yeah. The Nuggie
Which is actually the name of the record we'll be reviewing.
I was going to say that from as seen in the famous works of Immanuel Kant, the Nuggie Dilemma.
It's kind of like that prison, that prison stint that John Nash had, about game theory and all that mess, but it was Kant's, prison dilemma.
Yeah.
Aptly named the Nuggie Dilemma.
Yeah, so
so often compared.
So anyway.
Nuggies.
I wanted to get them.
Temples.
Yeah.
You wanted to get them.
I wanted to get the nuggies.
You didn't say that.
I thought you would be able to make that connection.
I mean, I had already, because my brain is so big.
Due to the fact that, A, I was already thinking about them, and 2, my skin was about to come off of my bones because of how underweight I was.
how unquestionably
I'd like to pause the bit for a second and say, anorexia and bulimia are not a joke.
It's true.
I don't mean to offend anyone by by instilling the picture in your brain of me being underweight. I actually have a decent amount of heft to me. Just for the sake of this, I would like to use thinness as a depiction of how hungry I happen to be for these chicken nuggets.
That was right. No, clearly.
So anyway, resume.
No, good point. Just within the boundaries of this wildly surreal bit, is incredibly.
I'm trying so hard to fight to power through it.
Well, so I'm the one who's It's because I'm thinking about those beef nuggets and how little I goddamn want them. If you come up to me with beef nuggies, take them and throw them in the street, because I will not be eating them anytime soon.
Oh, cannot tell you how unfathomably I despise beef nuggies.
Listen, if my child came up to me and requested beef nuggies for dinner,
I would no longer have a son.
He would be gone. I would send him to my neighbors.
He would be 30 feet into the ground from how hard I would pound his skull.
And I would be friends with all his friends. I would tell them that he's lame.
I would adopt all of his friends as my own sons.
Yeah, but not,
I would get
not him. Yeah.
Right.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know. I don't know what I was saying.
So
I was feeling I wanted some chicken nuggets, so I drove to Chick-fil-A, and to my astoundishment.
Great portmanteau.
Closed. Totally, not even a little bit open.
Boarded up.
Not even 1 centimeter open.
No lights. Not even a centimeter?
One man in a Chick-fil-A uniform was holding the door handle in place. It was not moving in any which way. It was firmly fixated on the hinge.
I'd now like to...
Affixed to the hinge.
Affixed to the hinge. I'd now like to evoke the talents of the Radiolab NPR broadcast producers and do an entirely impromptu reenactment of Matthew's discussion with this grateful Chick-fil-A employee informing patrons of the restaurant's sabbatical.
Closed? Yes, sir. We're closed on Sundays. Oh, really? Yes, sir. I'm very sorry, sir. But come back tomorrow, and we'll be able to feed you like we feed all of our loyal and proud customers across this beautiful country. Oh, okay. Is there anywhere you know of in this Metroplex that sells nuggies on Sunday afternoon? No, sir. I'm not aware of any other establishments at this time. But if I hear, I will be sure to pass this information on to you. Well, thank you so much. My pleasure, sir. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yellow.
They're closed.
They're closed?
Yeah, they're closed. No nuggies on Sundays.
No nuggies on Sundays?
Yeah, I know.
Well, we'll just get Wingstop, I guess.
Wingstop?
Yeah, isn't that the closest substitute?
No. No. You could chicken nuggets at other...
Wingstop. We're going to Wingstop, Matthew.
Are you sure?
Yes, Wingstop. Bring me back an 8-piece, all hot, with only blue cheese dressing and a cherry Coke.
Okay.
And get yourself whatever you want.
Oh, all right. Thank you, President George W. Bush.
And scene. Bye.
Not to be interrupted.
So that was my reenactment of Matthew's interaction.
I was like, who am I talking to?
With the Chick-fil-A clerk holding the door holding the door closed for all.
Yeah, in this actual story, I did not communicate with the Chick-fil-A worker in any way. This is just a.
This is a reenactment.
A gross exaggeration.
Of a fake story. I'm so sorry. Please continue.
We're like 3 layers into this bit.
We
as
are.
bits within bits.
This is a thick bit, my friend.
This is a thick old bit.
Thick old bit. This bit is as thick as like a 17/18 drill bit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's a thick bit.
That's like
thick bit.
That's like if you're installing a FiOS.
That's a right. Those
a
thick
big
cables.
hole.
It's a big old hole. But I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So please continue your Nuggies escapade. The retail.
So as I sat there in the drive-thru, idling,
you would
foot on neither pedal.
Poor soul.
I was just
sitting
in neutral, just drifting through the street. Through the street. I wasn't even in the area where the Chick-fil-A. I was in the street, just like if the lanes were going this way.
Yeah.
I was just like this, just in neutral, just
going,
just dragging along. Thankfully, no other cars were in the road.
Really?
I was just looking at the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
At that glistening, pristine red chicken drawing.
Yes.
On the side of the building.
Very good drawing.
And at this point, my body was so malleable that my jaw was able to actually go to the floor.
Wow.
Because of
astounding.
There was so little sustenance in my body that my skin wasn't able to maintain its firmness.
It just kind of deflated.
So it just kind of drooped.
Yeah. Like
taffy.
Yeah.
So I would hold my hand up like this, and the middle of my finger would droop like this.
Just fall like a
so
liquid.
it would look like a U like that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was.
How did you?
Yeah.
I bet you didn't get those beef nuggets.
Yeah. You better believe
it. Stupid freaking beef nuggets.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. Anyways, I'm sorry. So your skin.
As I was pulling a chunk of the curb
defying physics
off of the road in order to ingest it because it was the closest thing that I could.
There's no
find.
There's no grocery store.
There was not a single. I had a small residency in the town of. Hang on, I'm thinking of it.
Don't say it.
I'm thinking of it.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't you say it. I swear to God. Don't even think about saying it.
Oakland, California.
Okay. Yeah. Small city. This is good point. Nothing much.
No sort of
sustenance.
Yeah, except for Chick-fil-A.
It's just one Chick-fil-A.
Not any of the buildings.
City.
All roads led to this one building.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened to Oakland?
I don't know.
Aren't there 400,000
I'll tell you what happened in Oakland.
Oh.
In the year of 1993, a little group called Souls of Mischief wrote an album called 93 Till Infinity. Welcome to the Martini Police, everybody. Martini Police! Martini Police! Martini Police! How you doing, Evan?
Oh, I'm good, Matthew. How are you?
I'm doing okay. That's not how I expected at all for that bit to go.
Me neither. What a fantastic foray into
I thought you were gonna.
Relevant.
I thought you were gonna do it like Gabe did it, where he just said the sentence.
Oh yeah,
and we would just go back and forth saying the same thing.
That's a good point. I really prolonged that one, didn't I? And I sort of set the bar far too high.
You really did. You were like,
and I mean, you were in the process of delivering. Your story was so amazing. It was fantastic.
I was trying to get every little detail.
You were getting them all, and I kept interrupting you. I kept being I kept trying to amend your story that was already.
No, I really liked that we did because it went every time you interrupted was like in Inception when they took the next jump.
That's true.
To the deeper layer.
These are more dreams.
Yeah.
That we're designing through the use of aural visual soundscape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Narrative construction.
Narrative medium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Adobe Narrative Medium version 2.0
version CS3
Firewire, yeah.
Firewire
Bitrate through the roof. $signs.
That sounds like 2001.
Yeah, you call me. Speaking of 2001, I've been watching Nathan For You. Have you seen that show?
Yes.
Oh my god, I watched.
Hard to watch.
Oh, it's the hardest show to watch in my life. I've never had such trouble. Like the episode with the hunk. You remember that one? Where
I haven't seen all of them, but
this is
I know the concept.
It's season 1, I think. Right? You see 1 and you're like, okay, I get this. Yeah. And season 1, he's like trying to overcome his anxiety when talking to women, so he organizes a fake like bachelorette-esque game show, and like it's so terrifying. But I was watching an episode tonight. It was about the clamp of like he gave some name for it, but it was like this public stunt where he tried to escape from handcuffs, and if he couldn't do it in 90 seconds, then a robot would pull his pants down and reveal his genitalia in front of a small group of children. What the? He had this whole stage set up, and they built and they bought and built. They built and bought an expensive, very very well programmed robot from an effects factory in Los Angeles. Yeah, but the robot ran Windows 95, and it made me think of 2001. Oh,
that's awesome.
So I don't know why, but that's.
They bought a high-tech robot, and that's what it ran?
That's what it ran.
That's awesome.
Nathan was concerned about that,
Oh,
too.
man.
The
one episode I saw was... I saw 2. I saw one where I think they were both from the newest season, where he was... the first one, he was working with a caricature artist.
Oh, fantastic.
Where his business wasn't doing well because he was being too tame with his making fun of the people.
He made him the king of Sting.
Yeah. And then the other one I saw was about this. He was working with a guy who did tech repairs, computer repairs. But Nathan was worried that the customers would fear that the guy would look through their files. So he was in order to fix this problem and this fear by customers, he hired a 100% asexual staff. And then before these people gave the people their computers to have them fixed, Nathan would be like, "Now I can assure you, no man or woman in this staff will feel any desire to look at any images that you may have."
It's
so hard to watch.
It's truly, and a bit like that is just it's like a reality TV show's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
It is like some terrifying 20-somethings drunk fever dreams of saving businesses that are mostly jokes but funded and legitimized in the real damn world.
It's
it's just crazy.
It's like the reality show that most reality shows want to be, but because of the legal system and stuff like that, they can't go quite that far.
Yeah, no.
So he's like, no, I'm gonna go take that extra step and make it really hard.
His show is so scary.
Yeah,
it is so scary.
It's the ultimate cringe comedy,
death-defying scare.
Yeah, death-defying.
Cringe comedy is true. It's just so scary. As you said,
it's this on my face.
Yeah.
Oh
God.
Oh,
I sometimes skip through parts of it because I try not to do, because it's I haven't seen this, right? But it's I can't.
Have you seen interviews that he's done?
No.
With people?
Are they as bad?
Yeah, they're similarly that style. I feel like that's just who he is. I don't know.
It must be.
Because there was he did one with he interviewed Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Anthony someone. The people who made that movie The Night Before. It was a Christmas movie that Seth Rogen made, and it was I think it was last year. But anyway, he interviewed them, and he's like, And, like, one of his first questions was like, now, I tried to come up with questions that had to do with the new film, but I didn't think the new film was that interesting, so I'd like to ask Joseph Gordon-Levitt about Inception. So he was just, like, completely disrespecting them to their face.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
And then he did one with Seth Meyers where he was on, like, late night, and he was like, he said he didn't have any, like, interesting talk show anecdotes, so he constructed one out of, like, he, like, made one up.
I remember
but
this.
in order to make sure that he wasn't lying, he actually did all the things that, like, happened in the story first.
This
and
was,
then
like...
Yeah.
Wasn't this an episode in his show, too? Where he was, like...
I don't know,
had to
maybe.
make the best, like, late show, like...
It might have been. It was one of the instances where he wore a very big suit.
Yeah, right. Okay, yes. There's something... I have to send this to you later. It's very good, but it's like a backstory to... I didn't know about the Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's, like, brutal.
That's brutal is the only... But, like, what's even more brutal is not, in my opinion, how he treated them, but, like, just, like, watching, you know, like, him suffer through, like, clearly, like, you know, like, door-closing comedy. Like, it's just, like, it's so, like, tightly clinched between reality and a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, is this actually a bit, or
are you just
is this serious?
Strange, yeah. Are you just a scary, intriguing man?
Yeah. Anyway, so that's fun stuff.
Yeah, fun stuff.
How did we get on that? I don't know what we were talking about.
Oh, we were talking about... You were talking about 2001, and I was like...
Oh, yeah.
For you? Yeah.
That's so funny.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Anyway, I was wondering if we could... no, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, what's your favorite year?
Of all time?
Yeah.
My favorite year?
Yeah.
0.
Mine too, actually. Covered that one.
The OG year.
The OG year. You can't get any better, man. If that year had something...
Bruh, you liked 2018?
No.
Have you seen the first 2017?
Have you seen it? If that year had sunglasses on, it would be like those sunglasses. Like those over there. Yeah. Awesome. So cool.
Yeah. Anyway.
What were you... I'm sorry, yes.
I was going to say, I was wondering if you wanted to talk a little bit about the album that we were going to do last week.
Yes. Yes, we can discuss that.
Yeah.
So...
This actually has...
Is there something
liquid in it?
What is it?
It looks like coffee, but it's been hardened to... Like, you see my little scrape there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude.
What is it, the Mercury?
Yeah, Mercury.
Okay. Is that the UTD campus newspaper?
It is indeed. Shout out to the Merc.
The Merc. Yeah.
Yeah, so did you... Yeah.
We were talking last week about Law Dispute...
Wildlife.
Wildlife.
That's what it's called. Have you heard it?
I listened to some of it because I mostly knew, we weren't planning on talking about it.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't really dive into it thoroughly. But I did check out some of it. I don't have, like...
Did you get the general gist?
I did.
Because most of the album sounds...
pretty much the same. Yeah.
Has a similar style.
It was nothing... Right. And it was definitely nothing that... If you compare it to... Oh, God, I haven't listened to Law Dispute in so long. There's one record they did that...
It's their first one, right?
Yeah.
The one everyone likes? I don't know what it's called.
Well, wait, but that's... Is it the first one? I thought it was one later.
I'm pretty sure they only have...
They only have a couple?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not going to front here. I don't really listen to Law Dispute.
I know. Neither do I. Okay, it's not Wildlife. Rooms of the House. That's the one I heard.
There you go. Very popular.
Yes, yeah, that one was big. But compared to the sonic development they make on that record, yeah, I mean, I think Wildlife is nothing really to note, in their catalog. Yeah.
What do you think about in the general sense, sense of post-hardcore in general? Would you say it's quality?
In the sense that it represents, most of the rudimentary elements of post-hardcore. Yeah. Okay. I don't think it necessarily does anything exceptional.
Yeah.
within those boundaries, or when representing those characteristics. But I mean, I would say it's post-hardcore because I think everything they make is pretty strongly post-hardcore. That is
my general consensus of it was, I do think I was pleasantly surprised because I expected to hate it outright. But my overall analysis or like summary is like, when it comes to post-hardcore, you can do way worse.
It's true.
You could do way, way worse.
You could do way, way worse.
I will say one of the most outstanding features of the album was the storytelling. Like the lyrics, like especially on the song King Park.
Yeah.
And I think the something blues, I forgot what it was called. But the storytelling is very vivid. And I think the instrumentation behind him is pretty tight and well performed. My biggest critique, and I told Ellie this, who was the person who requested this, I told Ellie my biggest problem was that I just wish he would sing a little bit, because it was consistently screamed or talked throughout the whole thing, and his voice implied to me that I feel like he could sing well.
Yeah.
But he didn't. He chose to scream or to just recite the words.
Yeah. St. Paul Missionary Baptist Church.
Yeah, that one.
That's that track.
That's one of the better ones.
That's one of the better ones.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Edward Ben's 27 Times near the end of the record.
Yeah, that one's pretty good too.
That one's good.
There are some like very powerful, like emotional moments.
Yeah.
Like at the end of King Park is really insane.
That's a strong moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, that kind of musicianship can't be something that goes unnoticed.
Yeah.
But it's just like it's a record that I think requires a comparison, like contextually speaking.
Uh-huh.
When you hear it and you think about everything else that they've done as a band, it's no question that I think they've achieved greater and will continue to do so. Wait, are they? They're still a band, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
I can't. Level Up is like splitting up, and then you got Diarrhea Planet 2, which we discussed last week.
We did discuss R.I.P.
Oh, they're still together.
I think so. Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, it's right. I hadn't heard it before, and I admittedly didn't give it a terribly thorough listen. But when I did listen to it, it was nice. It was just nothing bad. Nothing that after hearing Rooms of the House or like that. I know they did that EP with Touche Amore, which is also very good.
I've heard Touche Amore is good.
Oh, they're great. Yeah. I actually mistakenly saw them at Sound on Sound Fest in Austin. I was waiting.
How many bands have you saw on accident? It seems like a few.
I thought I might have talked to... Which other band did I say I saw?
There was one or two that you said you saw on accident.
I saw on accident?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Maybe
we were talking about it last week, or 2 weeks ago.
Maybe I must have gotten them confused, because I think I've only seen one band by accident, and it was this band. So whichever band I talked about before, I think But you're right, I do, yeah. But I saw this band. I was waiting for the OCs, and they were on the stage before, and it was great. It was a nice pit.
Oh, you're right. You did talk about this. Yeah.
They're a solid band.
Yeah. I think if I had a wider knowledge of post-hardcore, like if I listened to a lot of it, I feel like this would stick out as more of a like well-written release. But it's just that I don't listen to it that much. That's why.
Right. It's not.
Yeah. It's not a genre that I. Oh my god! I'm so sorry. What the fuck is going on?
I am feeling your pain.
I'm yawning so much,
dude. No, I think it's contagious. I'm so tired, and I toss it off to you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I gifted you my pain. That's post-hardcore for you.
There you go. I gifted you my pain.
What is? Are we defining post-hardcore as, like? What? Yeah. So what are you when
I say post-hardcore?
When you think of quintessential post-hardcore, what band comes to mind, or what?
Dance Gavin Dance.
Yeah. Okay, it's fair. No, that's
awful bands.
What about?
Here, let's go to let's use the power of Wikipedia. Pierce the Veil's another big one.
There's a...
MCR.
That's true.
Counts, I guess.
Post-hardcore.
I would consider more pop punk, though.
Have you ever heard this band? There's this band called Link. They put out one record on K Records, and it's called These Are Not Fall Colors. It's classified... In fact, I think there's a Wikipedia page about it.
Link? Just L-A-N-K?
L-Y-N-C.
Oh, L-Y-N-C.
They put out one record, and they are classifiably post-hardcore, and this album is, like, easily one of the best I've ever heard in my life. It is such a good
Best albums ever?
Oh, yeah. One of my favorites.
Wow.
But it's like I think modern post-hardcore has a reputation that is not only distinct, but denigrated.
Yeah, quite. It's got a bad rap.
It's true. No, you're right. And
because,
understandably.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just... I just think of the sound. I don't think of bands. I mean, of course there are bands. Good ones that I've heard of are Rites of Spring and Fugazi.
Yeah. Good ones.
But yeah, Title Fight, there's another one.
That's true. That's a good
Thrice, Thursday. Just really whiny vocals, really melodic, sappy kind of, and like super clean play, like so tight that it's like doesn't feel like actually really performed.
Yeah. It sounds like.
But there are exceptions, of course. There are exceptions. Here's another one, Captain Jazz.
Captain Jazz, yeah, great band.
Yeah.
And you got Dismemberment Plan.
That album, the Emergency and I, that one I have written is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive Like Jehu.
Also is supposed to be very good. But right, a lot of these, and these bands we're name dropping are mostly like 90s era post hardcore.
Yeah.
All of the ones from the 21st century and on are like forgettable.
Yeah. And so I'm saying if I listen to a lot of those forgettable ones, I think La Dispute would stand out to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. They are one of the better post-hardcore bands of the modern era. But wow.
Ultimately, I'm glad that Ellie turned me onto that album. I think it's a decent listen.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I kind of got that experience with it. But it's not like the best thing ever.
What's now, have you heard Rooms of the House?
No.
No?
I haven't heard anything else by them.
I'd recommend that one.
Okay.
Very good.
Oh, wow.
What else have you been listening to lately before we delve into...
Besides Souls of Mischief.
Souls of Mischief.
I don't know, let's see. Hasn't been a lot of new stuff coming out the past few weeks.
It's true.
Not a lot of, like, hit stuff.
Kind of limited.
Yeah. I think the next week and the week after is like when there's a lot of big stuff coming out. There's like 3 huge albums coming out on the 17th.
That's right. We got Negro Swan, Blood Orange.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
looking forward to that.
Yeah. Me too.
Vampire Weekend album coming out?
No, they haven't announced yet.
Okay.
They just said that it's done.
It's just done.
Yeah. Let's look at my tally, my list.
Right. Yeah.
August 17th sees the release of Ariana Grande's Sweetener.
Ooh.
Death Cab for Cutie's new album, Thank You for Today.
Oh, man.
Mitski, Be the Cowboy.
Be the Cowboy, yeah.
And Nicki Minaj's Queen.
Nicki Minaj's Queen.
Those are the 4 releases that I've written down. Yeah, I'm excited for all of those.
That'll be good.
Yeah, and then the only other August... I have 2 other August releases. The new Brockhampton album is supposed to be in August.
In August.
But they haven't set a day.
Okay.
And Troye Sivan has an album coming out. I'm interested in it, kind of.
That's pop music. Yeah, that's relevant. Yeah.
Anyway, so what I've been listening to besides this Souls of Mischief album, gibberish.
That's some gibberish.
The Internet's new album, I really like.
Is that good?
Yes.
Nice.
I wasn't a huge fan of them before, but I think they really clicked this time. I actually got turned on to it because I was in an Urban Outfitters and I heard one of the songs from the album on the speaker and I was like,
"This is good. Dang. Yeah, this slaps.
This is a certified bam
slapper." What if we turn on some music right now because I have something to tell you off the air.
Okay, let's try it.
That I need to share with you now.
Alright, we're going off air right now. What about on the phone? Is that okay?
I think the phone is perhaps okay, but it's just something that is irrelevant to the broadcast.
Do you want me to just like cut it out when we edit?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna turn the mics off. Nothing's playing. Okay, what's wrong?
I got a shit so bad. I'm sorry. Nothing bad. I have to go. I just take a minute.
I was like, what's... Do we have...
I'm dying inside, man.
No, go ahead. Go.
Okay, no, thank you. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally good.
I was like, how do I segue out of this?
It sucks. Oh, it's so good. You got 8 minutes and 19 seconds.
8 minutes. Okay, can I have your ID card?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good, no worries. 8 minutes and 19 seconds?
12, 11, 10. We're listening to Jim O'Rourke. Go, go, go! Oh my god, that was so funny. Oh, this is one of the best episodes so far, I gotta say.
Huh.
That's a Yacht song.
Oh.
You know Yacht?
Yeah. Wow.
Who I used to love, absolutely love. They covered this song also.
Huh. There you go.
Their
That's
version
amazing.
is so awesome.
How did you pull that out?
How did I what?
It's a great.
I was just, this is the song that came up when I hit play, and I was like,
repeating it over and over.
yeah,
Again. Yeah.
this is really good though. I really like this version.
He's great. Yeah.
Anyway, do you want it to finish?
Oh sure. Yeah. Whenever you're. This is a great song.
We're recording back again. Yeah, I was trying to pull this out. I just spent my entire time laughing.
No, I'm so sorry.
No, you're totally good. I really liked how you pulled that off.
I was like, I guess this is a way to do it. Like, this will happen. Like,
Yeah.
oh boy, the genre is called symphonic pop.
Yeah. There's not much symphony though in
It's
this.
true.
Maybe it happens later in the record.
I guess it's like a spree thing.
Yeah.
We played.
Oh man, I love all that. I haven't
They're
listened
great.
to them in so long.
Great Dallas band.
Me and Alex Smith saw them for free in Arlington one time
Oh, very cool.
live. It was like for a free show.
Yeah.
It was like astounding. Like they had this huge stage and they were all dressed in the same. I mean, they do that all the
They
time,
had the
but
thing.
yeah, but oh god, it was amazing.
It's pretty badass.
It's fucking awesome.
They were on Scrubs. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Their song or them?
Them and the song.
Oh wow, that's
they
crazy.
played the song on Scrubs.
All right, so we have returned. That was Prelude to 110 or 220, Women of the World by Jim O'Rourke. We were just talking about.
Should I give our listeners on air a secret as to why I had to so suddenly leave?
No, I
from
think
the
we should
podcast?
leave it for the
Leave it for
recording.
yeah, I agree.
because that was an incredible Easter egg.
That worked. So what did you think about? We were talking about Jim O'Rourke. What did you think about the song?
That was really cool.
Enjoyable,
I loved
right?
it. It was
Good
so
song.
pleasant.
It was. The harmonies are great.
Yeah, and for something that's so repetitive, it really
great.
progressed
It
really
still
nicely.
works. Yeah.
I'm gonna write down that album and listen to the rest
There
of
you
it.
go. Hit Eureka.
Yeah, he's released a lot of stuff. He had an album come out earlier this year that
Oh, really?
kind of went under the radar.
He's prolifically.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard for me to follow artists like that.
I agree with that. Because, right, it's like, if you put out record after record,
I can't catch up
I can't follow with your output. I can't.
unless I start with you.
Your make. Yeah, unless we begin at the same point.
Right.
With that.
So anyway,
But that's Eureka. There you go.
so I mentioned Oakland, California a little while back, and I mentioned. Whoa, I didn't mean to click on.
You did. The Monolith Forever.
Yeah. So.
Rest in peace, Savannah. Just kidding. That's her show, right?
It was.
It was.
It was the legendary, long-running drone metal show.
Love it.
She's working at Margin Walker right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and she loves it.
That's so cool.
She this weekend, her job title was officially personal assistant to Lil B.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because Lil B played his show in Dallas like on Sunday or something.
Yeah.
And it was a Margin Walker show, so she was the person like holding towels for him when he sweat and stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's like
meet the base god.
That's like a bucket list thing. That's so cool.
That's pretty. That's up there.
That's awesome.
That's pretty neat.
Damn. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So yeah.
So today,
93
on the penultimate episode of this season, I'll call it this season of the Martini Police.
This season,
so we can renew it.
That's true. The classic.
If the network picks us up again for another one,
going back to NBC.
Yeah. So this is the pre-finale. We're doing one episode each where one of us picks an album that we are intimately familiar with and listened to millions of times.
Yeah.
And introducing it to the other member who has not heard it before. So this time, it's Evan's turn.
Went to me.
And he's chosen the album 93 Till Infinity by Souls of Mischief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So why?
Well, I have...
Because I've never heard you talk about this album before.
I have, and that's the thing, I have as strong of a recollection of this album as I do the memories with which I associate it. Because it's just like, I found this album to be so listenable in so many different environments, and I just kept hearing it over and over again, but I would never walk away like feeling, so changed. And that's why I think it's such a great record, is it's one that you can turn on at any point.
Yeah.
And it's such an enjoyable listen. The bars, the beats, the beats. It's just when you listen to 93 Till Infinity, the title track, you're hooked.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a great example of such fantastic production that is just replete, on this record. But it's such a well pieced together album.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, I think it gets a lot of praise, but, it was, they're obviously from Oakland, they're a West Coast hip-hop group in the 90s,
mm-hmm.
So, of course, if you're not making G-Funk, no one's caring about what you're producing, and they weren't making G-Funk, they were making great, jazz rap, alternative.
So that's
hip-hop.
why Wikipedia decided to tag them alternative
hip-hop, yeah.
I want to show you something, actually, that happened today.
And, of course, these are... fellows of the hieroglyphics
I don't know
collective.
It's like a big group.
Mm-hmm. You got Della Funky Homo Sapien, you got Tiesto, you got Diplo, Porter Robinson.
Yeah, I was like, what? What are you saying?
No, A Plus, Opia, Festo, Tajay, Mighty Mischief,
Casual,
Crew.
Domino.
Casual, Domino. These are, and you listen to hieroglyphics, and it's clear that you can, that the same people are making, the music, but it's they're both just such great projects. But anyways,
okay, I was going to show you today. The Melon's most recent review is of YG's "Stay Dangerous."
Oh, there you go.
YG is himself a West Coast rapper,
and has quite a.
Yeah, and he, not this album, but his previous album was a huge G-Funk West Coast throwback.
Yes.
Which I highly recommend.
It was good?
Yes, it's very good. One of my favorite albums of 2016.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To listen to it. I haven't heard
but
it.
In this is the one.
Right, yes, that's the cover.
So in this video, he makes some West Coast recommendations for classic West Coast hip-hop, and we'll see the slide pop up here in a second.
The sleeve.
That's his last album.
That's his last album.
We're just watching right now.
And you got...
Here we go. West Coast hip-hop suggestions. And look at this one right here.
There you go.
Souls of Mischief. There it is.
93 Till Infinity. It's such a fantastic record. And of course, you get Bizarre Ride 2 on there, which is... Mm-hmm. That record, Kanye West once mentioned in an interview, was his all-time favorite record. Another fantastic album. Such good hip hop. But that's it's right. It was released at the same time and got a lot of acclaim, but just not G-Funk.
Yeah. I mean, you got Doggy Style and The Chronic up here. That's like...
You're trying to compare, right? No, I mean, Los Angeles had such a commanding hold on the representation.
Like, I would liken this album more to a Illmatic. Or something on the East Coast.
That's exactly. And
because they were deep in the boom bap.
The only thing that differentiates West Coast hip-hop from East Coast hip-hop on this record is the drum patterns. Okay. There are no, like, swung samples on this, but on Illmatic, they're all over the place.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah, The World Is Yours, swung. I mean, of course.
No, I know that it...
You get.
I'm sure there is.
There's some swung, but it's like you listen to like A Name I Call Myself, or you listen to 93 Till Infinity, and these are predominantly like
straight rhythms. Okay.
Yeah, straight rhythms, and
I can see that.
I think that's strongly characteristic of West Coast hip hop at the time. Was they were not messing with the swung beats as much as like Tribe Called Quest or Biggie or De La Soul were on the East Coast. But yeah,
right, were those East Coast?
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah.
Biggie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Those are
My bad. Sorry for questioning.
No. I was so sure about the Andy Warhol influence.
Oh yeah. There.
Right.
Now we're even.
That's true. Yeah. Now I don't have to beat you up in the parking lot.
Yeah, we don't have to
go on to
post
ass.
Up.
Post up. It's just such a.
What?
That phrase is so.
I know.
But God, sorry.
That's okay.
Great record. Yeah. I listened to it many times through in many different environments. I heard it in the winter. I heard it in the summer, and I never once lost an interest in its sounds. And I am so excited to be able to talk about it today. Matthew and I were talking about this before, actually, and I'm excited to talk about it with you because this is a record that I'm very familiar with and one that you have just now listened to.
I hope that I'm able to best articulate my first impressions.
Oh no, I'm happy to hear because I don't know. I haven't been able to talk to many other people about this record. I don't like. Yeah. I hadn't really brought it up. I just sort of But right now that we're here.
So here we are.
Let's chat.
Thank goodness for the Martini Police.
Thank goodness. Do you want to do a second intro now? It's a little
late. Do you want to?
We might as well do it. Ready?
Yeah. Make sure it's straight.
Yeah.
Read a book.
That's so good. For those unable to detect the echolocative...
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing there.
Visual addendum to the cadence there. Matthew was, What do you call that?
I don't know what that was. I was just like...
Top bottoming his hands. Yeah. I like
top
that
bottoming.
Phrase. Top bottoming, yeah. What were your impressions of 93?
This was so great and
such
fun.
A good album, right?
Very colorful.
Oh, yeah.
What I loved most about this was these guys, all four of them really, but mostly A+. This is my favorite guy.
Yeah, he's great.
On this record. His flows are so, like, hypnotic and fun. And the way he rhymes is, like... It's like, how do you find that many words to string together that long of a rhyme?
Yeah.
Like, he does a bunch of those daisy-chained rhymes.
Yeah.
Where he, like, works rhymes within themselves so he can carry them to the next bar.
It's
like,
right.
Yeah. He's really advanced stuff.
They're such... And when they made this record, they were, like, really not... I mean, they were all just, like, kids. Like,
this is their first album.
Oakland kids. Yeah, that was their debut. And this record is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so good.
Really.
But that's... each one of them. No, and A+ is... You're right. He has these very, like... He's a very deft wordsmith. I mean, he just... Everything that he puts in a song is so, like, tightly intertwined. Yeah. You listen to, like, Tajay, 2 syllables, easy, with ease weak. It's like knees weak. Like, it's... Tajay's style is distinct from Opio.
I also wanted to say, before I forgot, the whole time I was listening to the album, Tajay sounds like Chris Rock, and more specifically, Marty from Madagascar. He sounds like that.
That's honestly accurate. His voice is just so... Yeah, I mean, it's like... easy. Like, it's, come on. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
He's good too. He's great. And
And I also wanted to shout out Festo because in the first song he makes a Return of the Jedi reference.
That's right. Yeah. That's a great song. Each song is so, I mean, it's like...
Yeah, no, all the songs are very solid.
Really good. Like, and you got, I mean, of course you get Telefunko Homo Sapien popping in every once in a while. Mm-hmm. He's, fantastic. Specifically, I love his cameo at the end of Limitations. You remember?
Yeah, Limitations is really
That's
nice.
a great track, yeah. But and so these are all this interesting Oakland group that bring their flair in their own unique ways. But
it's another thing about this album. These songs very topical, and they stick to their topic.
Definitely.
Especially on Live and Let Live.
Yeah.
Limitations.
Yeah.
Batting Practice. And Tell Me Who Profits.
Anything Can Happen as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Tell Me Who Profits and the outros also I really like that little...
Like, a lot of their verses aren't just, like, brags, although a lot of them are, especially in the first one.
True, yeah.
As an introduction. But there are a lot of, like, stories and, like, narratives that they actually go through.
They see them all the way, and they introduce them in such interesting ways, right? And they develop them, right, all the while maintaining the flow of the narrative. You're right.
Yeah.
That's a really neat skill. Mm-hmm. What's your favorite track?
Why
don't we go track by track?
We can go track by track. That's fine. Maybe we should do Genius because I don't remember the words all the way.
And this is definitely.
This is a wordy.
Yes. Yeah.
A wordy one.
A very. This record is garrulous. SAT word there.
Oh, that's
talkative.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I think that's what that means.
That was nice little piece that you pulled out there at the right time.
Thank you.
Yeah, so for track 1 is Let 'Em Know, and this is a good
opening song
intro because like I said, it's not really they're not really telling stories. They're mostly just like introducing their personalities.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of scratching on the beat, which I really like.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that like record scratching has kind of come back a little bit?
Oh yeah.
In the indie sphere.
A
little bit.
You see it, yeah.
It's all over that Death Grips album.
I was going to say, what's the one that's... Yeah. I remember we were listening to Year of the Rat, and it was like, You're the Snitch? What is it called? You're the Snitch.
You're the Snitch,
yeah. And I was like, there's a lot of scratching on this record.
Yeah, it's like, with the peak... With vinyl coming back, because it's come back, it's gotten to double digits as far as, like, percentage of music sales.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Vinyl has come back.
Crazy.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. And downloads and CDs have plummeted.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
who needs that?
But yeah, with vinyls, I guess coming back into the fold, I guess people are doing scratching again.
They're
cool.
They're picking it back up.
Anyway,
there you go. Fair.
Yeah, like the stuff that they say in this track, it's not like super substantive, but like again, look at these rhymes.
Yeah.
Occurs when I shift my words. I dip a swisher to my kisser to get spliffed. I riff to be the mist to abyss the widened because I slide in like Titan mythical. When I grip or pull spliff, it will manipulate my brain. Like holy crap!
Yeah. No,
he's got such a I don't know what a momentum. Yeah,
that's a good way of putting it. He goes in right, and it sort of carries throughout, and that. I mean, each track has this energy to it. That's like even on these slow beats, they're able to keep things up and moving. But it's like they just no, you're right. It's like fantastic to just see these lyrics written out and watch them.
Yeah, I listened to the whole thing earlier today while reading along, and that was truly an experience.
Oh,
it was very fun to watch.
They're just so good at they're so good at rapping. They're so good, and they really. I mean, as we were saying before, they each bring their own unique, style to the plate. And each song, allows them to shine in their own unique way.
Yeah.
Where's I can't remember where. A+ is it? Oh, Festo drops. There it is. Yeah, the Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, here I go again. Return of the Jedi. Red Eye. Use my lightsaber to take guys and pick thy flavor. I pounce and trounce on them. Yeah.
I slay it. Remember that?
I kind of want to just listen to it and rap along because of how
the
these
intonation.
really roll off the tongue.
Yeah,
like some can be like really tongue twisters, but this is like
these are just very smooth,
very well placed words.
Well, and they have that great and they have that great as you added in your singing of the verse. It's like they have that like kind of intonation, like that little cadence, that it's like irresponsible.
Yeah, it's so easy to kind of pick up on it and feel it with them. It's really like hip bombing stuff.
Well, that's not something that is terribly prevalent on many other hip hop records, especially
at this time.
Yeah, that was a really unique thing that they had going. Because you listen to Tribe, and Phife and Q-Tip are like only doing that to such a degree, but like it's all over this record. Yeah. Every single song has that crazy. Yeah,
it's awesome. It's so
in
good.
particular, the beginning of A Name I Call Myself is like,
this is one of your favorite ones, right?
This is, I always, when I think about this song, I think about the Houston Intercontinental Airport, because I had a connecting flight there. I was going to my cousin's wedding in Baton Rouge. Shout out Emily Short. I was flying from Austin to Baton Rouge and then back to Austin. I connected in Houston, and I would always listen to this song when I moved through the airport in Houston. I don't know why, but I listened to this song like a billion times. Yeah. And so whenever I listen to it, I think about like getting Panda Express and like waiting at my gate. But it's Adam is the man, I got my honeys, then a hive of bees, I squeeze and pulling stunts like MacGyver. And I try to always be patient with the miss, but I diss, cause groupies always seem to make me pissed. Right, it's they're gonna be front and wanting to start a phony friendship. I never pretend the thing I befriend to them gets and send dips.
That's another thing, the energy is always up.
Yeah.
They're never like back down.
They always
They're able to keep it up for the entirety of.
And even on these slow beats. Yeah. I mean, even on these beats that are just not as like so, directly aggressive as songs like Batting Practice or or 93 Till Infinity, even these these more upbeat backing tracks. But it's like it's great. Yeah.
This track in particular struck me. Oh my god, I don't know what the they get kind of dirty.
They do.
In this one, especially near the end with him talking about the lipstick marks on his penal tip.
Dude, it is so like...
He gets real in there.
It's so unapologetically vivid. Like, it is so detailed. Mm-hmm. You almost like don't... You reach a point you're like, damn, like, what the hell? Like...
Yeah, no, this verse like really like had me like, whoa.
Yeah, it's
He's like
bang your boots. Yeah.
Very graphic descriptions of like
the way
women like just not looking good or something.
It's and so they like, and this is like I think this is kind of why they're like, I mean elements like this that are certainly not like of much assistance when you're trying to help a band get famous, is nothing that makes them stand out in their lyrical writing, and Souls of Mischief are no different than like.
No, I think this is like one of their biggest selling points. Is like it's so over the top and so colorful, consistently.
Yeah. I loved in particular the change about halfway through in this song where they switch this sample. I'm gonna actually.
This song goes right into This Is How We Do.
It's actually,
I don't know.
I think it's about to come up. Right there.
Okay.
That sample. I love when they like trade it off. It's
very subtle.
This one has very subtle, but I think it really works well. Both samples are great, and I think the rhyming on this is definitely like one of my favorite tracks, if not my favorite on the record.
When you showed me the screenshots of your Spotify,
this was the one. Song. Yeah, I love this song. Yeah. What's I guess we skipped a couple. I know.
That's okay. Live and Let Live is probably my favorite.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Either this one or
You gotta live and let live. I give it all
I like
got,
This Is
all
How
I
We
got
Do,
to
pretty
give.
much.
Yo, you gotta live and let live.
Yeah, these verses are really, really well written and, like, poetic almost.
It's great.
Talking about, like, getting shot.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Live
so
and let
detailed
live.
and, like,
It's
really great.
And that, it's funny that you make the comparison to Illmatic. Life is a bitch, and then you die.
Yeah. You gotta live and let live.
You gotta live and let live, yeah. I mean, it's like, it's a sentiment of,
This is like the West Coast's life's a bitch.
That's true. Well, right.
Almost.
And it's, I think it was probably you're right. It's like the West Coast life's a bitch. That's a really good way to put it. And it's like, I think this sentiment that, resounded with African Americans at the time after, the riots in Los Angeles in the early 90s, and then the uptick in the post-cocaine epidemic era where, black people were being incarcerated at a, much higher rate than they ever had been before. And, things were not looking too strong for African Americans. And so this song is, it's representative of those
it's topics like these that like context provides a lot of weight to the words.
Oh, totally.
Like, just on its own, without all that stuff, like in my knowledge head.
Yeah.
Ness.
Hell yeah.
Just looking at the lyrics by themselves, it's just really poetic on its own and like elegantly written.
Yeah.
But with that being like the background for why he's talking about it, that makes it even more powerful.
It's true. No, but right, it's already like, lyrics that represent this like very, very eloquent despondence, but like clearly have like socioeconomic and cultural factors to boot. But that's it's like, I shall not kill, I will if I have to, it's like, it's like, it's, it was a really tumultuous time.
Yeah, and left you to make a lot of hard choices.
Yeah, oh yeah. Matthew is.
I'm so angry because I'm yawning so much. I don't know why.
He's tired.
I promise this isn't boring.
He waited outside the Chick-fil-A Sunday night for Monday morning to get those breakfast nuggies.
Yeah.
Which are truly the rarest form of nuggies on man's green earth. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you don't have to apologize. I've been yawning somewhat too. I'm pretty tired. No gosh.
All right. Well,
it's been a long.
Another
week.
thing I love about this is the sample. The production.
The production is really good.
There is a güiro.
That's right. There is a güiro
in the right channel, and it's like such a good touch.
They're authentic to, and you hear songs like this, but also more stripped down beats, and I love it in particular the kind of smooth funk swung beat on Limitations, that like the tambourine,
I think it can be easy to.
It's great.
Yeah, I think it can be easy to take for granted like this style of instrumental.
Yeah,
because it's pretty much really simple, just like a looping drum beat and a sample underneath.
Yeah,
but when they kind of put a little extra flavor in there, I think that's really important.
Oh, I agree.
And special.
It can really, and
that's why it stood out to me.
That's a matter of it's a nice element. Well, of course, being a percussionist, that definitely you're more cued into those things. You love those güiros.
Little spices.
It's the woodfish. Yeah. It's
there was a song on that Law Dispute album that had a güiro that I was like, what?
Oh my god!
Why?
Hell yeah!
Like, it was good, like it worked, and I really liked that. But I was like, why would you put that in there?
What song is that? I mean, it's like
it's one of the earlier ones. I don't know.
They're doing ridiculous. They're doing things like, let's name a song, Hudsonville, Michigan, 1956.
Yeah,
that's
let's write a song about sympathizing with a shooter.
That's right.
A serial killer.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Hey man, if we're talking about sympathizing with serial killers, you've got a big friend who needs to be addressed.
What? Minnie Mouse?
Yeah, Minnie Mouse.
You pointed this way, and I was like, what?
I guess I meant that in addition to saying you, but I'm talking about John Wayne Gacy Jr.
Oh! Yeah.
Oh,
wow. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that is really, sympathetic. Oops.
But it's not. I mean, it's like, it's an interesting, I mean, It's not necessarily something you would condone, but I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. That was like,
what about you, you asshole?
It's okay.
You dick. Like, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Excuse me? Ever heard of John Wayne Gacy Jr.?
You know him? Killed a couple kids, Matthew.
Did more than just kill him.
He did more than just
Might
kill
I
him.
add.
Might I add. Ever heard of him? He's a pretty famous guy. Oh, man. Go.
This guy over here.
This guy.
Oh, look, get a load of this.
Get a load of this. I'm so sorry. I drove our conversation.
That's totally,
way off
this
course.
is great.
That was fun. This is also a good track.
Okay, the next one, that's when you lost.
One of the singles.
Yeah. This is another great one. What stuck out about this one to me? This one is more of a. This one is a guest first, isn't it?
I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, this one has a.
That's right.
Pep Love.
Oh, and the beat goes in right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really great drum beat.
It's a sick drum beat. Yeah.
It's like a little bit of
like bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the ride.
God, that's so great.
Yeah. That's another great example. These are well concealed,
really well crafted
samples.
Beats.
Yeah, that are just really well.
Who did
put
this
together.
one?
This was
Produced, I don't know.
Scratches by A+. Tom Coyne is the mastering
Samples
engineer.
remixed by. No.
It doesn't say it. Yeah, I don't know.
Why doesn't it say here? Let's look here. Dell.
Oh, Del Funky Home Savior. There you go.
Does he have like solo stuff?
Yeah, you ever heard Deltron 3030? That's Del the Funky Homo Sapien and Dan the Automator.
I haven't heard that.
And Dan the Automator is actually, I think, more famous for his work with Zooey Deschanel. I think.
What?
Maybe I'm thinking of a different Dan. No, yeah, he's in a different like actress like musician
Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
duo. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So
and he produced the Octagon.
Yeah,
Dr.
Cole
Octagon
Keiths. He's great, man.
I need to listen to more Del the Funky because
Deltron 3030 is great.
He's got quite the ear for samples and production.
And he's been in so many of his songs, but so many of his appearances also are just so highly regarded, and like I think he does some stuff with Gorillaz too, and like
yeah, he did a little bit with Gorillaz.
Yeah. So there you go.
He's got a lot of industry ties.
What is he? No, wait, he's in he does the verse in Clint Eastwood, right? Is that him?
Maybe.
Allow me to make this a month. Yeah.
He appeared on the single Clint Eastwood.
There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's talented. Great producer too. There you go.
He's talented. Opio's talented. A+ talented. Tajay talented.
What about Festo?
Oh, you better believe he's talented.
Hell yeah.
All these guys talented.
All these
Most
guys.
talent in one hip hop group in Oakland
In 1993.
in 1993.
I sent Matthew.
Don't you love it when someone like reviews an album or talks about it, and they like add so many like modifiers to their like. This is the best album ever written in 1993 by a hip hop group in Oakland, California,
USA,
by a quartet. It's like
Stop.
you could say that about anything.
Stop. I don't. Right. You could describe it if you describe it more simply and more generally. It seems like it's more endearing.
It's more of a
compliment. Yeah. I sent Matthew a text earlier. And I said, "Are you ready for the best hip hop album from the year 1993?" And then I said, "This is how we chill from 93 till 10 p.m.
Till 10 p.m.
Because the student union closes at that time."
Yes, we're glaring down 23 minutes.
23 minutes and
in
50 seconds.
Yeah.
I can't. Sometimes I wait to count because I don't know how to. I'm not that smart. I can't.
Yeah, we can do it that quick.
A remainder out of my head. But that's right. My point here, is that it's like.
Hey, what's 7 times 3?
21.
Okay, just continue. Just checking. Someone at work like went out of his area and his station to ask me personally what is 7 times 3. And I was like, what? Are you serious?
Are you supposed to be like the math genius at La Madeleine?
I was the guy who trained him. I think that's why he came to me, but I don't know why.
What's 7 times 3, man? Don't you know?
It's kind of a coincidence that my 7 times tables was like the one that I mastered the best in like elementary.
There you go. That's a good
7,
time
14,
table.
21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 70.
70, yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely done. That was really good.
Thank you.
Can you do 12?
12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120.
Nice. Can you do 11?
No.
11, 22,
No,
33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88, 99,
101. Wait, what?
I'm just kidding. I said 101. I thought I would fool you. It didn't work.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I cut you off. You were going to say something.
No, I thought I was just going to fool you. Yeah.
That's when you lost. Great track.
That's when you lost.
10 out of 10. Let's move on.
Move on.
We talked about this one.
My favorite track.
Your favorite track.
Right, that does fade right into This Is How We Do.
Mm-hmm.
Sucker.
Yeah, I love that. That's not something that you get that much in albums of this era.
Yeah.
Is like flow.
That great
an album.
feed. And I love it. They let the sample kind of like meander its way into it. It's
right.
not even like just a, you know. It's great. Yeah,
it's good.
This is a great. It gets no fatter. Add another crew to your
favoritos. Yes, I loved that. That was like, I want to eat some chips
favoritos. Yeah, right. Yum 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 yum. I have vivid memories of working out and listening to this album because I would always put it on. It's like I would run to it, and it's one that I knew that it was long enough to where I wouldn't get tired of it like during my workout, and I wouldn't have to adjust my Spotify.
It's like just under an hour.
Yeah.
It's like barely an hour.
It's a thick record. There's a lot of music on it, a lot of words, but it's for some reason it doesn't overstay its welcome. At least I don't believe it does.
No, I would say that. And I think that was one thing I wanted to mention is that like a lot of hip hop albums of this decade had a tendency to go over an hour. And in the case of like the albums like Stakes is High and a few others that I've heard, like
terribly long.
An hour is like a little bit overloaded.
Yeah.
And it gets kind of hard for me to sit through the whole thing.
I agree. It's not even to say that.
But this was like way easier to just kind of
to digest.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah.
On the ears, even though it's very
long,
very wordy,
thick. No, you're right.
Thick bit.
It's a thick bit. Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that meme. It's such a like. Yeah, and not to say that, right, it's like, a record like this, I think, like, arguably has, like, at least a very similar artistry to that on Stakes is High.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just, it's shorter, and perhaps it more precisely hones into its sound.
Yeah, I think it's more like solid, like, airtight, like it's pretty cut and dry, like pretty solid all the way.
Yeah, but it is. It's also it's a loaded record. It's like it's nicely packed, but when you unpack it, you realize that there is so much there. Yeah. No, and that's I think that's what makes it part of what it is, part of why it's important. But and then what a way to go out like a sucker. Great track.
Yeah.
What was your favorite song while we're here? We can move on in just a second, but I want to know what your favorite track was on the record.
I think I said Live and Let Live, right?
Oh, that's right, you did, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Either that one or Limitations.
Another good one, yeah.
Or 93, the title track.
Also a good one, yeah.
I don't know, there's just
a
lot of highlights.
There's a lot, yeah.
I feel like it changes every time I listen to it.
Yeah?
Which is a good thing.
That's true. And that's, right, you hear each song in a different way, and they each bring out, their unique categories or their unique characteristics.
There was one
that certainly design your opinion.
There was one song where the hook was the sample Like the sample actually said the. I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I don't.
That one was the one that really I liked. No, not that one. Not Limitations. Oh, Make Your Mind Up. That's another favorite of mine. Yeah, no, this is my second favorite.
Take your time, recline, and make your mind up.
Yeah, this one and Live and Let Live are like my two favorites.
Those are good. Yeah. And that's a girl Gangstar sound. Like Gangstar is great. Yeah. And that's a good. Yeah. I mean, there's great word work on that song too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great song. Great hooks. It's great. I mean, a lot of this record is hooks, And,
yeah, the hooks pop.
And they're good hooks. Yeah. These are popping hooks. This hooks you could sell. Hollywood Boulevard. Do a pop.
You go pop them.
$10. Pop those hooks. 4th of July. Fireworks, baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they fireworks.
They're fireworks.
They like popcorn.
Popcorn? I like to eat popcorn.
Popcorn?
When I'm watching a movie. Sorry. Let's move on to.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. No, it's so bad. Never no more. Never no more. Never no more. Sucker score. Never no more. Yeah.
Never will a sucker score. Never no more.
Message recorded. Lessons be stored in this mental core. It's like lentil porridge. Nasty.
It's like what? Who? What? How were you writing that and came and had those words pop into your head? Lentil porridge?
Yeah.
That's deep.
You sat down, you were like, that's what I need to put at this part in the song. Yeah.
Like, those two words, that term isn't even in my head.
I know what you mean.
That's not in my storage.
But it's like a very thick, intact, right, yeah. Semi,
same with like a razor gets
liquid.
parlayed amidst.
Yeah. Later splits of Philly that I made you hit.
Like,
I swallowed the spliff
crap.
with locution. Yeah, it's like, come on.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's a talented, degree of, and I think, this is kind of reminiscent of some of the stuff you see in, like, Doom's later work. I think Doom is very talented.
That's what I was, this is kind of like, I wanted to make a connection to Doom because Doom takes it way more in a cartoony route and like a theatrical route.
Yeah.
And like makes his own world, but like this is more like that style of rhyming and flowing, but within the like 90s style
expectations.
Yeah. Because they talk about like regular stuff you talk about in West Coast and East Coast hip hop.
West Coast, East Coast. Right. It's like it's.
And then Doom took this style and like applied it to a way like
different context. Yeah. You're right. That's a good way of putting it. It is. It's like he kind of watercolored their thing. It's like he brought it to a realm, in which it like had a lighter weight, and but still, still stood as a impactful component of his songwriting. Yeah.
It's incredibly impactful.
Definitely. I remember it's not even him rapping on this song. I think it's Angelica G is her name. But on that song Guinness's from Food, she says, why would he abandon us? The boss is magnanimous. I was like, I'm learning that word for the SAT, right?
Exactly.
I was like, this is amazing.
And I'm learning it from here.
Right, there you go. No,
that's like awesome.
Magnanimous, but this, I mean, this is sort of that a proto-representation of such a
this
technique.
is just one of those songs where they just flex their
lyrical
their chops.
Yeah.
They really just put the guns.
They put the guns
on
there.
display.
I love it. They really pump it, and I love how there's like this just fades out, and then you get the single. Sometimes you feel like there's some weird, like red carpet-esque pathway to, to finally acquiring that like water break in the middle of the marathon that is listening to a record that you are not familiar with. It's like you get the single, and there it is. There's the single, and it's a great song.
Yeah, particularly the instrumentals is what
amazing
because
instrumental.
It's very moody and like kind of soft,
beautiful.
Yeah,
it is. It's Billy Cobham, man. It's such a they picked such a great Billy Cobham sample, and it's so representative of his music at that time. It's from a song called Heather, I think. That's where the main sample.
Yep.
Yeah, it comes. It's a great sample, but it's also great lyricism, and it's a longer track too. It's one of the longer tracks.
It is one of the longer ones.
It's got a lot of verses, but it's a very good song.
That's another good thing I like about this album is some of the songs have like little mini verses.
Yeah.
That are like scattered, like instead of having Tajay do his whole verse at the beginning, he like sticks a little bit of it here and then sprinkles it a little bit in the middle, and then, you know what I mean? Like they kind of evenly divide the song between them.
It's that Beastie Boys fluidity.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's
just fantastic.
I don't hear enough of that. I think it's awesome.
It's a really and you don't get enough. It feels like there are no longer hip hop groups that are that compact. I mean, I'm not saying Brockhampton can't take on.
Well, I was going to say I think Brockhampton do a little bit of that.
That's true.
Where you can audibly hear the chemistry of like they literally are rapping in the same room together.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
you're right. You can kind of sense it.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's
how
point.
Well I think it works in this case.
They're the message bearer.
Yeah.
Beastie Boys did a cool thing kind of like this where it was like, but they had kind of more of like a strategic approach to it. It was like...
Oh, I think they went even further.
I agree.
Where like the three of them were like trading off lines.
Yeah.
Like individual stanzas.
Well, they would do... But they would also go further in a larger sense, I think. And so like, you'd be like, okay, Ad Rock's about to hit the mic. Like, and then he would just take like the last third of the song. Like, and it was like, they had like each little like... portion of a larger track was sort of their own territory, and they got to like, but it's like they sometimes they would do the like, it's like the line by line thing. I mean, great chemistry, but I mean, Souls of Mischief as well.
It's almost like slam poetry.
It is kind of like
they have to rehearse it.
Yeah.
The
routine is great.
Yeah. So track 9 is Limitations.
Limitations, yeah.
Another
great track.
A banger among bangers.
MC should know their limitations. Feel the funky Homo sapien.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I think it has a really good topic. There was one of the songs on the De La Soul album had a song that talked about the same thing.
Oh yeah.
It was about MCs.
Super MCs.
Yeah, super MCs.
Yeah, have to do the MCs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is similar. Where it's talking about the role of the MC.
If the MC has become, And of course they name drop hieroglyphics. You can't avoid it when you're in Souls of Mischief. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, I mean they are.
Respect. Yeah.
They are a part of the hieroglyphics.
And then this fades into Anything Can Happen, which is another one of my favorite songs. Mm-hmm. In particular for the outro, I think is like so. Is it this song?
Are you thinking of a different song?
No, it's not. It is. It's the last 4 lines where they switch the sample, and it's the culmination of this very, very complex narrative that. Mm-hmm. But you talked earlier about how they would design these stories and they would hold them up for the whole song. Mm-hmm. Anything can happen, you get capped, at a robbery, when you're expecting to leave.
Oh my god, each one of them has a little anecdote.
Yeah.
Festus is particularly
all mixed well.
Talking about injecting HIV needles might be feeble, but he was not with the consequences of being much worse.
And plus, with the just to the plan with no quirks.
Oh, yeah, and then they introduced the next like that, man.
It's like each, like...
When you write your verse with the other verses in mind, that's...
It's pretty...
that is really...
It's pretty tight, yeah. That's a kind of cooperation that you don't really find in many other on many other hip hop records.
And especially not today.
Crazy, yeah, and especially not today. You're right. Yeah, you get the Freddie Hubbard sample. You got
they use Melvin Bliss's synthetic substitution. I've actually used this drum loop before in one of my Marble Falls
tracks.
Yeah,
there you go.
It's a good drum loop. Here, let's.
Hopefully they'll link to it. I love this Who's Sample. I love this record. This website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we play it?
Where's...
Oh, it just went to the
there it is.
page.
Wait. No, go back. It was down there. There it is.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Can we just play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. I think, yeah.
Oh, our mics are on.
Oh.
Here. Wait, hang on. Yeah.
Yo, it's like this, and only this,
Yeah, anyway.
There you go.
Good drum loop.
Good drum loop.
You didn't hear it on the air, but oh well.
Imagine that.
Sucks for you. Yeah.
Sucks for you, yeah.
Here, let's recreate it.
That was great. Thank you, Matthew.
You're welcome. There was no shaker on it, but that was the hi-hat.
It was the hi-hat, right?
Yeah. You get it. You get it.
You get it. Anything can happen. And then...
I mean, true.
It's true. Yeah, good point. Take your time, recline, and make your mind up.
Yeah, so this one is just...
A hard one. Yeah, this is great.
Hieroglyphics is gonna twist a kid's cerebellum. If he lives, then I tell him I'll leave his head swelling. When telling fellas about the 5-6 live, it's me investigating. No, live. It's me investigating fly chicks privates. I got a plan. A strategy. Adam be a mad G man.
Yeah.
Cause I got a fatter salary.
Ooh, because you never stop the atom bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Don't copy the manuscript.
Yeah.
Hiroshima,
Woo!
Nagasaki, don't copy the manuscript, man. You slip
Like,
sloppy.
what? So many different, like, name drops.
It's
to all sorts of different stuff.
It's fantastic. Yeah, they hit, like, everything from such a wide array of topics in pop culture. It's, so and that's also, that's something that you kind of hear in Doom's music, and that's something you absolutely hear in the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Like, you listen to Hey Ladies, and it's like, people are still on Genius, like, okay, what does this mean?
I know.
Like, it's like such...
To this day.
Oh, it's such deeply entrenched pop culture references, but that's... Yeah, it's like, that's a sign of really good lyric writing, is you're,
Look at this one!
Representative.
Spinach is no savior when I pop eyes.
Oh, I forgot about... Oh, that's so good.
That's a bar!
That's amazing.
That is a bar.
That's so... What? Oh, that's so amazing.
That's so awesome.
And then this...
When you're able to flip, like...
Such a good
song. Reference... like that to where it works in the sentence. Oh my god!
What it? Oh! I forgot about that. Yeah. Wow, Tajay, man.
This is like
2 syllables.
Songs like this are going to be ones that I like. I'll come back to the lyrics and like find something new
each time.
That I'm like, whoa!
Yeah, this is wild. And then this song fades into another one of my favorite tracks, Batting Practice. I love
good one.
The sample.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, the ill-minded Mac will find the facts. I rhyme and acts.
This is like if Nelly's Batter Up was good.
Yeah. That's a good way of putting it. If it were
Batter
good.
Up! Terrible song.
I haven't heard that song forever. I gotta listen to Batter Up now.
Let's not.
Or not. Let's just forget about it.
Let's just not think about it at all.
We don't have to worry about it. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
What, so, second favorite track you said was...
Make Your Mind Up.
Make Your Mind Up. What's third favorite track, would you say?
Probably the title track.
Okay, yeah. And then Limitations after that, maybe?
Yeah, or This Is How We Do.
This Is How We Do.
This is all good. They're all, it's hits on hits on hits.
It's hits on hits on hits.
This brings back the classic hip-hop...
it's like this, no.
It's like that, y'all. I got a hieroglyphics baseball bat, y'all.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you saying? The classic
hook of,
right,
of the 80s. It's like this, y'all. It's like that, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of gang rap thing. Yeah. That's cool.
Just
a great song. Yeah.
Just great. Yeah. Don't have much to say. It's just good. It's good from beginning to end.
From beginning to end. I love how it's just these subtle adjustments to the samples.
Yeah.
That ultimately like the intro.
And that even something that I need to like listen harder for.
No, it's so masterfully included in the record that it's like just you don't think about it. But like when you hear it, you're like, damn, that's sick. Like,
yeah.
But the bass line at the beginning of the song, it's like boom 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 boom, and it repeats that for all the intro, and then when A+ comes in with the first line, the bass line changes to boom 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 boom. Like
oh really?
It settles into sort of more of a groove. It's so good. Yeah, this song is so good.
Yeah.
And then you got
cool.
Tell Me Who Profits.
Yes, Tell Me Who Profits.
Good song.
I think it's a really good final. I mean, not counting the outro, it's a great final track because it's more narrative based and it got more like a story going on.
I agree.
Which is really poignant.
A story
talking about who profits, like in the world of
capitalistic greed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who does profit?
And again, you got this like trading off.
Yeah.
They're like having a conversation almost.
They are kind of having a conversation. Isn't that cute?
You're better off being a nerd. That's absurd. Life won't mean nothing without fat pockets. We're just like reciting a lot of the lyrics, but it's like that's the best part about this is just like
this is what UTD tuition dollars are going to. Yeah. But you're right. This is the best part about it. Yeah. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
That's okay. I mean, it's like you better be happy with UTD. This is where your dollars are going.
This is where your dollars are going. None of the fat pockets.
They're not going in your fat pockets.
Not going in your fat
So
pockets.
Tell me who profits.
Who profits?
UTD got schemes and we ain't got spit. Damn.
The next step is rewriting this.
Completely rewriting this.
Yeah, to fit UTD.
He's never seen Frisco or Allen.
Frisco, or McKinney. Frisco or Denton. Yeah. It's like, come on. Come on. Chancellor McRaven. Whatever his dumbass name is.
Who's that?
That's the old chancellor of the UT system.
Oh.
Who's stepping down, I think. Yeah.
Apparently good. To hell with him.
Apparently he's a war criminal, actually, so.
Oh, okay. Well, then indeed to hell with him.
Indeed to hell. And then you get the outro.
This is just a nice little... It's very rare these days that you get a part of the album like that's credits.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool to have more of.
I agree.
But this is just them basically shouting out everyone who either helped them with the album or are friends of the group.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah. Really wholesome.
Really wholesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's friends. And with that, we have
93 till infinity.
15 seconds.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
Oh, we have 15 seconds. Well, we can.
That's true. We can finish the rest. On
so overall thoughts from me, I guess, because it's really my.
This is your uncharted territory.
This is truly excellent.
Really good record.
One of my favorite hip hop albums I've heard.
Ever?
Yeah,
I agree.
Especially because I haven't heard a lot.
Yeah.
So. This is up there. Especially in terms of 90s hip hop.
I agree.
This is really up there.
This is a strong 90s hip hop record.
It's like huge for me. Oh, it started playing.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we got to split.
Okay, so before we end next week, you know it's next week.
It is. I do. You told me.
Do you know what it is?
I don't remember it off the top of my head.
Okay, so we're doing David Crowder Band.
David Crowder Band.
Contemporary Christian band. Most popular in the 2000s.
What's the record called again?
The record is called A Collision.
A Collision.
A masterpiece of Christian rock. I'm serious.
This is
from start to finish.
From your old era, right?
Yeah, this is from my old music tastes. Came out in 2005. And we're going to talk about it next week. Thank you for tuning in.
Good night.
And bye. T-Y and bye.
T-Y and bye.
Now we can...
For our subscribed listeners, we're playing the Jim O'Rourke song again because it's so good.
It is.
And now we're leaving. Matthew?
Yeah.
What do you think about this Jim O'Rourke song and the act of leaving?
Both are good things.
Good things, right? Yeah. Big fan of
that song, the name.
Of leaving. So what? Leaving. Scale 1 to 10. How are we looking at it?
Leaving. Decent to strong 6.387.
Ooh, that sounds like a scientific number.
I just pulled that out.
You just pulled that out.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Thank you.
I'm lukewarm on leaving.
You're only like partially sold.
I'm okay with leaving, but I mean.
You're more okay with not leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't blame you. That seems to be the general consensus. So I was at the Coin Star
How long are we gonna go like with this?
I was at the Coinstar, right?
Yeah.
I had the coins at the Coinstar.
So what were you doing?
And it was not working. Thanks, man. Y'all have a good night. And the Coinstar...
What? Working?
It wasn't working.
So you went to the Coinstar.
Right, and it wasn't even working. All right, so I was right there at the Coinstar, and I had my coins in my little knapsack, right? I looked like a little kid. Tried to use the Coinstar.
But it wasn't working.
Not working. Broken. No working. Not working.
No working. No coins in Coinstar.
Coinstar, no working. No coins in Coinstar. There is no working Coinstar. I always think about the Pepe Silvia rant, but like in particular the video of that man who puts it to drums because it's
that's one of the best videos ever.
No payroll from HR. That's really right. That's a fantastic video.
Oh man,
that's a special video.
Yeah, that's so great. Have you seen all of his videos?
He's
done that with several clips.
Most of them. Yeah, I saw there's the Ants and My Ice Johnson one. From Rick and Morty. That one's really good.
He did one from Family Guy. He did one from Willy Wonka.
Oh, that's right. He did you get nothing. Yeah. You lose. Good day, sir. Oh, I forgot all about that. That is so funny, man. Damn, that's hilarious.
How much work do you think it takes to write one of those?
Oh my God, I don't even know. You're right. What an unbelievable endeavor.
I did I did two for the Marble Falls thing, but I didn't do it live. I just pulled up the audio waveform and sequenced drums.
Right.
Which is way easier.
Which makes sense, yeah.
I would not be able to play it live.
No, and I don't blame you. But God, and just so perfect, so relaxed, so fluid. And
I know, there's no missing, there's no wrong notes or.
It's all perfectly, and it's some really hard stuff too. It's not it's not just banging a drum every time someone says some pattern of words.
Yeah, there's some pretty detailed rudiments.
Yeah, technical stuff. It's impressive, man.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Oh, he's great. Mm-hmm. So anyways, I was at the Coinstar, right? No working. Broken Broco Coinstar. Broken and not, it's no worko. Not working. No Coinstar working.
No coins, no coin.
No coin in the Coinstar.
No star.
No coin, no star. Right?
No work.
Broken Coinstar. I had my whole bag of coins, and I was solely interested in putting them into the Coinstar to then get dollar bills
in return.
In replacement, for my.
What's another thing
for my coins?
What's another scenario you could apply to that joke besides the Chick-fil-A one?
Well, see, the thing is
something that's really common that happens to people,
and they get so
it's frustrating,
anguished about it. The Chick-fil-A one is really good.
Yeah.
What about shit?
Going to McDonald's and the ice cream machine's broken?
Yeah, right. And I went to McDonald's and they said they couldn't make me an ice cream cone because it was broken.
So you're telling me it was broken?
Yeah. So I was at the McDonald's and it was broken. I was there when it was realized that the machine was non-operational and therefore was unsuccessful in producing an ice cream cone for my consumption.
Yeah.
I was going to pay for it too, right? I would give them money for the ice cream that they would give me.
A monetary compensation for this product.
For the work. But
and their work. Yeah.
But I let me tell you what. No matter how much work someone puts into it, I will never ever give anyone any money for any fucking beef nuggets. I will shove those up someone's goddamn ass so far they'll spit them out their mouth the next morning. All right? I'm totally done with beef nuggets. I am beyond. Oh my God. I am beyond capable of handling beef nuggets. Yeah. I have entirely surpassed the threshold of acceptance therefore coexistent with beef nuggets. I now will no longer feel.
These are real. Someone's probably made them.
They must be, right? I feel like they are. I don't know though. That's a good question. Maybe they're not. You want your phone back? Also, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're still
That's
going
true.
here.
We're just talking. I can hold it if you want.
No, it's okay.
Are you okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to just hand it off to you. I can take it. Here, let me take it. Yeah. No, I'm sorry for.
No, it's okay.
Beef nuggets.
As I was saying.
I will never. That was really. I love the cheese.
This is what I think when I think of beef nuggets.
The clerk at the McDonald's. That's another one of those like a common irritation scenarios.
What?
When you go to McDonald's and the clerk offers you some free beef nuggets in addition
that's
to
the
your
worst.
McHappy meal.
McHappy meal?
It's a motherfucker, man. It's the worst.
McHappy, is that what you said?
McHappy, yeah. Oh, I said McHappy, but McHappy, McMotherfucker. I'm a McGynecologist.
You got the McGangbang.
Let's do your McPappy smear, yeah. Oh my god, I forgot all about the McGangbang.
Yeah.
I had one with Chris Edwards, remember him?
Oh, you actually did get one.
Oh yeah, when we were in 8th grade, at his behest, we traveled to our local McDonald's and both got the ingredients necessary to craft a McGangbang.
You have to make it yourself. You can't ask for it.
I don't think so. And I mean, I don't think it's too hard, but all you do is, it's like 2 cheeseburgers and I think a McChicken. And you just combine the cheeseburgers and the McChicken. Yeah, that's it. What's the strangest fast food object you've ever eaten?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't really get anything super crazy.
Yeah. Nothing too far out of the box.
I'm going through all the different locations that I eat fast food at.
Right. Nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah, no, I'm not very adventurous on that.
You get staples. No, I don't blame. I usually don't. Do you go to In-N-Out often? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you get animal style anything?
I do get animal style, but I mean, I feel like everyone knows about that.
That's
I've
true.
gotten them protein style before I even did that.
Oh no!
They wrap it in lettuce.
In lettuce.
Put it in a bun.
Right. Okay.
It's not bad.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay.
My dad gets because he eats a lot, but he's trying to stay off carbs. So when he goes to In-N-Out, he gets a triple.
Oh my god!
Protein style.
Holy shit!
So
okay.
it's 3 meats, but no bun.
No bun. Yeah. Well, isn't the Flying Dutchman there's not even lettuce. It's just 3 meat patties and condiments.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
I think I'm gonna Google it. I'm curious.
This is just gonna be an all-nighter episode.
It's still going. Yeah.
This is gonna be a 14-hour episode.
14-hour episode.
We're talking about In-N-Out.
This is the part 2 Martini Police.
This is the bonus.
This is the
feature. This is for the Patreon subscribers.
What fucking Patreon? I feel so bad for any Patreon subscribers that are receiving our content. Yeah. This is what you are paying money for.
Is it worth the $1 a month?
Is it worth
I doubt it.
Flying Dutchman, In-N-Out. There it is. Yeah, Flying Dutchman Meat and Cheese Fest.
Meat and Cheese Fest?
2 slices of cheese melted between 2 burger patties. That's a Flying Dutchman.
That's boring.
It's the ultimate Atkins-friendly menu item. So I guess
that's...
Atkins diet is not...
So do you just eat it with a fork?
No carbs. I guess, yeah. I guess you would just hit it with a fork. A triple with no... A triple
protein style. Propane style.
I sell protein accessories. Thank God, it's just they encircle the burger.
They make the whole burger and they're like, all right,
thick layer of protein,
and they just light it on fire.
It's like baked Alaska, but just a dead ass burger. What the fuck is this?
They just hit it like a brick of meat. It's just been charred.
Propane style triple is, it's literally just like a cylinder of meat with one slice of cheese, and then they just douse it in propane.
Just torch it. Oh my god.
Like enough propane to kill like a 6-month-old baby. Like,
oh Jesus Christ.
You ever seen Parks and Rec?
Yeah, I have.
You remember when they're like they're like discussing the drink sizes of the Sweetums company?
Yes.
They're like, how is the child size like 512 ounces? Like, this is roughly...
Because it's about the size of a baby.
It's so good.
That like freaks me out.
Yeah, it's creepy, man. Some like formaldehyde ass, like liquid dweller. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Eesh.
Anyway.
Propane style. I'm going light today, Susan. I just need a single but propane
style.
Go back to the office with a flaming burger. Jesus Christ.
To make the caramel creme brulees at Madeline, we use
blowtorch.
We use a torch
to
do it. And the last time I did it, it caught on fire. While the customer was watching me burn it for them, it just went. And I was like, "Oh shit!"
It's authentic, yeah. Jesus. But
but she was a good sport about it, though. She was like, "That was awesome."
Right? Yeah. If that happened to me, I'd be like, "That's sick." Yeah. So it's like, it's like what? Like it's like hard rock sugar, right?
Yeah. Basically, it's before you burn it, it's basically just a pudding cup.
Right? Yeah.
It's like caramel pudding, and then you sprinkle sugar on the top of it, and then you burn that sugar, and that makes a hard shell.
Got it. Yeah. Right. Okay.
It's delicious.
It is. It's tasty, right? Yeah. Is the one you guys make pretty good? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's nice.
It's supposed to be like the classic French recipe. I mean, I don't really know how authentic that is, but
what's
it's good.
Have you crafted another ingenious concoction with scrap food items for like a lunch? Like,
was there one I said before?
Yeah, when we drove home from the Profit Bar gig, you were talking about like a shrimp salad you made.
Oh yeah, I did.
It sounded really good. Yeah.
What's something I've done that's like that? I like to take our kids' pizza and like put a bunch of shit on top of it.
There you go.
So it's not just a cheese pizza.
That sounds badass.
And people ask me to make it for them because they see me make it and they're like, "Oh,
that looks badass."
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Have you had any really shitty customers anytime recently?
Recently?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You did.
Probably the last really shitty customer I had. I can't really think. There have been a few that other people have had to deal with, but I didn't because I just wasn't in their area.
You were working in the back or something.
Yeah. A lot of people get frustrated with the app.
Oh. Yeah.
We have an app, and it is awful, and the interface is dumb, and you have to make a login. So every time someone they're like, I gotta scan my app, and then they open, and they're like, oh shit, I gotta log in.
Right.
And it's like how you wouldn't remember your password for your Madeline app.
It's so.
One of the big.
Jesus. Oh god.
So there was this one customer. Yeah, the reward system doesn't always work. So there was this one customer who came in specifically to earn her reward. It was like a free loaf of bread or something. But it didn't go through. But the system only allows us to do one app scan per order. So we couldn't scan it again, so I had to make the order again.
Right,
But it still didn't work, and she got frustrated with us. And it's like, we didn't make the app, we can't really control it.
We can't, right.
So,
it's not under
that's the closest example I can think of.
For you. Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like a really...
Yeah, the last really awful customer experience that I had, at least. The thing is, she's a regular, and I see her a lot, which sucks.
Oh,
but
that does suck. Jesus.
One of the first times I served her, she asked for a bowl of soup to go. I was in the bakery or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sure. I had gloves on, and I took her money, her cash, with the gloves.
Yeah.
But I used the same hands with those gloves to pour the bowl of soup.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, you should have changed those gloves before you poured me the soup. And I was like, okay, do you want me to pour the soup again? Because I can. And she's like, no, it's okay. Just should have.
Oh my god.
And I was like, okay, one, you think I like reached my hand into the bowl?
It's a fucking ladle.
And stuff. Like, I just held the cup.
Your jets, Donna.
Second, if you didn't want me to do it again, it clearly wasn't as that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So don't bring it up.
Don't even mention it.
Yeah.
Why say fucking shit at all?
Like, if you don't want me to do it again, then it clearly didn't matter that much to you.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, so that's...
what an asshole.
Yeah.
What kind of soup was it? Do you remember?
It was the vegetable, the lentil soup.
Oh,
it's our seasonal... She always comes in because she wants our seasonal vegetable soup, but it's only available in the winter. And the lentil soup is the replacement. So every time she's like, y'all got it today? I'm like, no, not yet.
Right.
She's like, oh, I'm so mad at whoever made that decision. And she yells at me like I did it. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't choose the menu.
I cook in the back every day. I'm not the CEO of this restaurant.
Yeah.
What do you think I can do here?
She's eased up on me since, because I've served her a couple of times.
Right,
so
you've seen her
it's
a
not
lot.
as bad.
That's good.
But yeah,
But it's still right. It's like,
I'm the kind of the personality that I have is one that if I experience that even once, it sticks with me.
Oh
and
no,
I think about it.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, no, it's like you don't think that it's like conceivable that someone who doesn't know you,
right,
and is asking of a service from you would act that rudely to you.
Mm-hmm.
But like there are absolutely people like that. Yeah.
But no, I think I say for the most part, especially in the past week, I've had only like
good customers.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Especially because I did delivery on Sunday.
That's cool.
I made 3 deliveries.
Yeah.
And I made $16 in tips.
Damn.
Which is really good for
that's
that.
Solid. Yeah.
That's unusual.
So how much of your shift do you spend delivering? I mean, certainly 3 deliveries didn't take you that long, but like,
no.
You just say do 2 hours delivery or something.
Oh no! Like since there's only 3, and our radius is only like 15 miles tops.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
So these people were like next door.
Right.
So it only took me maybe 20 minutes to go back and
do it. So okay, gotcha.
It wasn't that bad.
That's good.
An hour at the most.
Right. Okay. Nice.
Sometimes I get a lot though, and it takes up most of the shift, but it
takes a while. Do you like delivering?
I do it seldom enough to where it is enjoyable. It is enjoyable when I do it. I feel like if I did it all the time, I wouldn't like it.
Right. Do you take your own card?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the criteria you have to have for being a delivery driver. Is you have to have a card.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it up until then because I had that janky ass red boy.
Uh-huh.
So now that I have this
stable blue,
big old Eiffel 65's debut or seminal 1998 release. 1999, whatever.
Yeah. I forgot we named your car that whole long line.
I'm probably still gonna name it something else, but I just haven't thought of anything better than that.
Please do, God, yeah.
Since I have this car, it's easier.
Something better.
So, I said generally it's fun because I get out of the work space, which generally is hot and sweaty, which is I don't like, so that's good. I can play my tunes if I have enough time. Mm-hmm. So, and I can kind of work at my own pace.
That's
I don't
good.
have to don't just jet over
back
there.
And forth, yeah. Do you, so you don't deliver too far? It's just like you kind of drop it all.
No, the farthest I've taken is maybe 7 or 8 miles away.
Oh,
It's not even that far.
It really isn't too bad. Yeah.
I feel like it would be way just better or easier if we used like Grubhub or Uber Eats or something, but it's through the restaurant, so it's so we ourselves had to deliver it, which is, I don't know why we do that.
People it's so much easier nowadays to just handle it through some subsidiary service. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think that would be easiest.
Yeah. So we're still recording here.
Oh my God, that's right.
So this is really juicy bonus content.
That's true. This is some serious juicy bony
juicy bony content.
Juicy bony content.
Half of your best jokes are from you slipping up.
Get ready for that juicy bony content.
Like Bart Cart. Unless you did actually plan that one out. I don't know.
Bart Cart. Bart Cart was as prepared of a joke as
as the atomic bomb was a weapon.
No, that is...
There you go.
That is planned.
That's Barkart, baby. That's Barkart.
Oh, Barkart.
Jesus. This will be some super juicy pony content.
I love that.
Juicer boner content.
Juicer boner.
Juicer boner.
That's like a product.
That is like a
Billy Mays here with the Juicer boner.
Get it fast before I die from heart disease on a plane. God.
Okay, so
William Mays. William Mays here.
William Billiam.
William Billiam. William Billiam. You're right.
Okay, so you know what to look for
I do.
for your album.
David Crowder Band.
I really insist that you like, as far as like flow, it was the first album that I listened to, and it was like flow was like really important. Like, it's a whole piece.
Fair.
Like, from start to finish, it's so good.
So I'll sit down through it. I've finished my internship today, so I have like.
Oh, really?
Time.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Have you still been doing that?
I know.
Would you say it was a success?
Yeah, I had a good time. I mean, I didn't get paid, but like.
Well.
Which only matters so much, but yeah, I mean, I learned a lot, and
That's good.
established many important connections. But
that's
yeah,
good.
it was nice. But
Well,
I'll have a lot more free time. So
okay.
anything you
Well,
want to do.
I'm really, really excited. I've never talked to this album about anyone.
This will be
and I'm really
like discussion.
Yeah.
I'm pumped. All right,
hit it.
see ya. Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
See you, man.
I'll see you later.
Drive safe.
Thanks. And that's today. This episode of the Martini Police. We've been on for so long. I'm just gonna hit stop now. Thank you.
Thank you.